What's up, you guys? It's your girl Kdaniels, and we're getting ready to discuss episode 1 of Dress My Tour, baby. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's get into it. Stay tuned. But first of all, for those who don't know, Dress My Tour is a fashion competition show that is now streaming on Hulu, honey. And your girl was one of the contestants. So I got the inside scoop for y'all, and we about to talk about it. So let's get into it. So first of all, let's talk about how I felt going into the first day, okay? Because mind y'all, I have never in my life filmed a reality show, okay? Let alone a reality competition show. So this was very new for me. Very new for me. So when we stepped into the workroom, my nerves already was through the roof, okay? Y'all say hi to Coco. Hi, Coco. All right, girl. All right, you got to do all of that. All right. Okay. You feel like that too. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so coming into the workroom, I was nervous as heck. Okay, we had no idea what we was walking into. We had no idea what was about to happen, and then you looking around at everybody trying to get like first impressions of how you feel about everybody. So I don't know, y'all. I just did not know how to feel. So we get into the workroom, right? And as y'all saw, we're walking around. We are looking at everybody's pieces, you know, trying to see who we look at as competition and X, Y, and Z. And mind y'all, I didn't know nothing about none of these people, okay? Nothing. I purposely made sure not to know nothing about none of these people because I didn't want to psych myself out, okay? Because little did I know that Ray Ortiz, Mr. Ray Ortiz, then already dressed the whole world, okay? His name is already in the atmosphere. So I'm glad I was not keen to his work because I would have been stressed. Very much so stressed. But I did, just from hearing from everybody else, realize that, okay, he's a pretty big deal. So I'm like, But when VJ asked everybody, like, who is our biggest competition, that genuinely was my real response. Like, I don't know, because everybody was so different. Like, I've never done anything like this before. You never know what the judges are going to be looking for. So I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Let's at least get through challenge 1 first, and then I can find out what my biggest competition is, okay? So then walks in the judges, okay? And now look, everybody was cool. Don't get me wrong, everybody was cool. But when I tell y'all, I was so scared of Lorianne, because anybody that know Lorianne doesn't play. Okay, Lorianne does not play. So I was like, ooh, I don't know how this finna go. Because I'm like, I hope she don't hate me. That's literally how I felt. So when the judges walked in to start that challenge, I was like, ooh.
But only 10 of you will be able to design for our first musical guest, JoJo Siwa. Every week, someone will be the winner of each challenge. Also, someone will be eliminated each week.
So the first challenge was for us to show our signature style.
Before you dress any of those celebrities coming through the Dress My Tour door, you must first show us what you're made of. So flex a bit. Show us your signature style. Which meant basically make whatever you want to make.
You might think, oh, that's great. Not. Because now your mind is running wild, because this is literally the first challenge. So you want to try to impress the judges. You want to make your name known already in the competition. And it's like, I have no direction at all. Not only that, what we did not know was that there was male and female models. So we randomly got chosen our models for the challenges. So you never knew whether you had a male or a female until the challenge had already started. So that's exactly what happens, okay? I started designing for a woman. Then we get sent our models and find out I had a man.
Or a female, myself included.
Oh, I got a girl! Oh! Woo. I am so happy. Oh, I got a female, got a woman.
I got a male model, so my drawing goes to her. I'm so used to dealing with women's. I just don't do lines like that. I do a different, I don't know.
Good, I got a female.
This was a twist, for sure.
Damn, Kay, can I have your man?
Oh, I got a dude. It's a male. And I'm like, the duck. Changes my whole design.
Sierra, you have a boy.
What the?
I had a man, okay? And let me tell you the tricky thing about having a man. I would say, I'm not necessarily a menswear designer. Now, I have played with making clothes for men, but I don't do that, okay? Making clothes for men is very difficult to me. Their bodies are very difficult to me. So I don't know why I didn't really compute in my head that there was a possibility that there would be male models here. I don't know why it didn't compute, but yeah, I got a male model. First episode, first challenge. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
This is completely out of my element. I don't work with a lot of males. I could have did the girl on the fly.
Oh, that's gonna change some things.
C and K are gagging that they have male models. However, we already know what we signed up for, and you thought that we would come to this competition and not dress the males? Bye, girl.
As y'all saw, episode 1, which I'll insert clips, there was a certain someone who felt like I would end up in the bottom.
Bottom 2 is gonna be Sierra and Kay.
Oh wow. I was not expecting to get a male model right away.
2. And my thoughts on that is, for one, I had no idea that I was being discussed, okay? Not only going to one person, but to a second person.
I can tell what's going on first. Yeah.
Because they're gonna be men.
But they also knew they were going to design competition, let's be honest. They knew they were going to get men's. They knew they were going to get men's eventually.
Yeah, it's true.
To let these people know that you feel like I'm going home today. That was a little interesting. Also, my thing is to say that you felt like I was going to be in the bottom 2 because of us getting men. I don't know. I'm kind of like confused by that because as y'all saw in the clips, for those who've watched the episode already, a lot of people was flabbergasted about having a man. Okay, Ray was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted. Sierra was flabbergasted. Juju was flabbergasted. Okay, there was a flabbergastation, and and so I'm like, dang, why I had to get picked on for being scared for getting a man? And it ain't even just about getting a man, y'all. It's the fact that I got a man and it literally was the first challenge. So it's like you're already nervous about it being challenge number 1, but then you get men when you don't do menswear like that. I feel like everybody would have been thrown a curveball if they would have gave everybody a man the first challenge. And let's just be honest, like, yeah, in design competition shows, they normally throw a wrench in and like they'll have you do like a men's challenge or whatever. But most of them, like, it's like everybody gets a man, or you know, it's not where it's like randomly chosen. You don't know what you're gonna get for that challenge, and then for it to be thrown to you the first challenge, like respectfully, we had the right to be flabbergasted. So I'm just like, baby, don't be saying I'm gonna be in the bottom too. Like, I'm over here minding my business at my table, okay? I'm minding my business. Why? But let's move on. And speaking of flabbergastation, let's get into how this show actually works for those who didn't get it. So we get an allotted time. I believe challenge 1, it was like 8 hours, okay, to complete this challenge that's broke up into 2 days, okay? So within these 8 hours, you have to fabric shop, sketch, and figure out what exactly you're gonna do. Pattern, drape, sew, whatever you gotta do within those hours. Do our fittings, and if you are planning to send anything to the stitchers overnight, because we had overnight stitchers that would help out with whatever we needed help with because we didn't have much time. So whatever you needed to send to the stitchers, you also had to make sure to fill out the pattern card before you left and had everything in the bag by the time the clock runs out for the day. So that may not sound like a lot, y'all, but that's a lot. That's a lot. First of all, the thinking process alone, having to figure out exactly what you're gonna do on the fly like that, and still keep in mind, I gotta hurry up and figure out something because I still have to pattern, I still have to sew, cut, all of those things. The time goes by very quickly, okay? Believe me, the time goes by very quickly. Then, well, you know what? We're gonna get into that later. So let's talk about Juju.
Honestly, right? I gotta figure all that right. These pants don't fit this model. All the clothes that I've made are like twice as big as him. I'm just frustrated. I'm confused. Damn, was I really that off? Take a deep breath, go ahead. Let it out. So 35 is your bias, your chest. See, it says you're 36 and a half. I double check, triple check, and everything. I'm realizing the measurements that are on paper versus the person in front of me are off. These pants could fit 2 of him, of how off the measurements were.
As y'all saw, her measurements was off for her model. So let me give y'all the tea on that. So first of all, we received the measurements originally of each model from, I'm assuming, their agencies. I don't know who did the measurements, but we already was pre-giving the measurements for that particular model. So I guess, which obviously I didn't know this was going on at the time, but Juju's measurements that she was given for Jessie, her model, was off. So the thing about making clothes is it's very much so a math situation. If you are off a centimeter, if you are off a ½ inch, those things make a major difference in the ending product and how the stuff fits. And the thing about it is, some things cannot be reversed. The good thing is her stuff was made too big. Y'all, if y'all hear planes in the background, I'll stay right by the airport. So sorry. They gonna keep going back and forth. It's just what it is. I done got used to it by now. Anyway, the good thing is she made her stuff too big. So it's easier to scale down than if her stuff didn't fit at all, and then she had to scale up. So that's the tea on that. And as y'all saw, she remeasured and had to figure it out from there. Okay, so let's get into this runway. The runway for this show is extremely different than the runways for other shows because we don't have models. We have dancers. So they're not walking down the runway just looking cute, honey. They're getting on this runway and they flipping and shaking and twerking and vibing. Okay? And let me tell y'all the trick about that. It's one thing to put an outfit on a model and she just casually walk down the runway and just make sure nothing breaks, nothing shakes. But it's another thing to make an outfit and they gotta do all of that and this and this and this and all of that in there, cause something gonna bust.
All I care about is I finished that look, it fit my girl, and she was dancing, and it is not falling totally apart. The button came undone, holy shit. Not feeling great about that.
Something could break. Something could fall off. Okay? So, you gotta make sure your stuff is intact.
It did exactly what I thought it was gonna do, what I wanted it to do. I love that it was so different from everything else that was on the stage.
Intact. Okay? And that ain't as simple as you think, especially in the time allotted. So when we got there, mind you, the runway room just already gave, like, I'm scared as heck. Because it felt like we was in a dungeon. Like, the dungeon. The dungeon. What? How did Nicki Minaj song? The dun-dun. The dun-dun. Yep, the sun dun. Came up, but we still up in dungeon. Very much so. But anyway, so, your girl was already scared and nervous. We at the first elimination. Runway. So, then, what y'all didn't get to see was, baby, stuff was flying everywhere. It was so eye-opening for us because it was like, oh crap. We gotta be a lot more careful next challenge if we make it. Because, baby, necklaces was going one way, hats was going another way. Like, literally. Okay? Literally. So, that was very, very, very interesting, to say the least. What y'all think? Comment below what y'all think about the fact that we had dancers instead of models. I want to know what y'all think. Because I thought that was actually a nice little touch. Especially since it was about us dressing tours, dressing performances. I'm like, you know what? Y'all smart. That was a good little kiki, okay? As y'all saw, Macaulay's dancer button came undone on the back of her shorts.
You have the front laying down, which really does contour her body. The hem on the shorts, that's something that's not a complete finish. I just wanted to see a little bit more finish in the front.
Give me a spin. Did something fall apart in the back? Or no? It stayed intact?
I believe so.
Yeah?
Did you put together your bottom after the performance?
The back came unclipped.
The back came unclipped, and then you put it back together? Okay, thank you.
So, as y'all see, the judges clocked the tea of that. And we was over there like, cause I don't know if I was in La La Land or what, but I didn't even know what they was talking about. When they was like, did something come apart? I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I don't know what I was looking at. I never seen it. I just remember everybody talking about it after the fact. And then I remember once I actually watched the show, once the show aired, I was like, oh, that's what they was talking about. But I didn't see this happen in real time. I didn't see it happen. But it was very interesting. And honestly, I feel like Macaulay and the dancer misunderstood the question. I feel like they thought that they were being asked, did something like break? You know, did something break from the outfit? Because, you know, the backhead came undone. But, because technically, nothing broke. The clip just unclipped. But the clip wasn't broke. You know, it just unclipped. So I feel like they just misunderstood the question. You know, because nothing broke. It just unclipped. So, you know, the dancer clipped it back when she finished dancing. But, baby, they caused some heavy controversy on the elimination stage, okay? And then, for the people in the back that thought I was going to be in the bottom too,
Lauren said bring fire, so I literally wanted to bring some fire.
And fire you brought. The shorts are a little tight fitting on his thighs.
Listen, you're
The judges actually liked my look, and I was so excited. Okay, y'all, when I tell y'all my heart was, I can feel your heart crying out for me. Anyway, the heart was beating fast. And I was like, Lord, I'm gonna get up here. They ain't gonna like my stuff. Especially since I was like towards the end of judgment. I'm like, man, they finna rip me to shreds, okay? But they actually liked my look. They actually liked my look. And Lorianne had even said, you know, she even said she could take that look and pull it and put it on Usher. But you know, that comment didn't make the cuts, but you know. But no, I was excited when they said that they liked the outfit, okay? And I actually really like that design. That is a design that I want to remake. But in my model, my dancer, T, loved him. I forgot what his name was. But he was T, okay? And he was breakdancing and all, and he still had that outfit on. Nothing busted, nothing was disgusted. And it worked out. So I was so excited. So excited, so excited, so excited. Okay, let's get into the next thing.
I'm nervous because you just never know what's going to happen.
When I call your name, please step forward.
So the end of episode 1, they call up Ray, Traviance, Sierra, and Macaulay. Then they cut it off with a cliffhanger. So when I tell y'all, we was like, what's going on? Why they call them up there? What's going on? Okay. And that is where the episode ended. So I want to know what you guys' thoughts were of episode 1. And I want y'all to comment any questions that y'all have, because I can make more videos of questions that y'all have that I didn't touch on, because I'm trying to remember stuff off the top of my head, y'all. Okay. But this is gonna be, I don't know, I may change up the vibe of how I do these reviews. I don't know, because this is just the first one. But yeah, anyway, if y'all have any questions, comment them below and I will answer them. And I'm excited for this series, and I have special guests for you guys coming up on one of the future episodes. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hopefully I ain't forgetting nothing. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But if I am, I'll just bring it up. I'll bring it up next episode. But anyway, make sure that y'all go to Hulu and start streaming and watching Dress My Tour. It's only 10 episodes, you guys. Y'all can binge watch them 10 episodes. Y'all be binge watching more than that. So, get on it. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Anyways, make sure y'all go and follow me on Instagram, Kdaniels Designs. Make sure y'all go and follow me on TikTok, the Kdaniels. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Junior want to not be on my I can't really